this is Reverend Waukena Suchet, and we are getting in the habit of introducing ourselves to each other, and this week is Reverend Waukena's day, and I'd like to tell you, even though Waukena is not on staff technically here, she is a religious science minister. She moved here from Florida, was it a year ago, 2 years ago?
3 years.
No, 3 years ago? But bless her heart, she got right involved and has been volunteering. So let's say good morning to Waukena, please.
Good morning, and thank you. As my husband says, to make a long story longer, but I'll keep this short. It was in 1992 when I went to my first religious science church. This is in answering the question, why am I here? And I heard a song that really landed on me, and it was, I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. And, through the tears and whatever, I just dove right in, and I figured, I'm going to figure out, what is it about me that I can love, because I didn't. And I spent like the next 15 years still changing to find that love. And but at the same time, I started going to classes. Now, Sundays, I find this is a time in a community to connect to God. But it was in the classes where I learned to what I call, I got my toolbox. So learning the principles of religious science became my tools to use during the week. And over the years, I was able to recognize and use the tools that connected me to spirit and applying those principles in my life, because while I was resisting unknowingly, because I was so hell-bent on changing everything about me on the outside, I worked on Wall Street, and I'll tell you, I was a walking Brooks Brothers or Ann Taylor, because I had perfected the outside. And, I always heard this, I'm perfect, whole, and complete. Well, I was perfect, whole, and complete on the outside. And I finished college when I was having 3 children. I went to law school. Then I ended up going to graduate school at NYU and got just an overachiever, because I was still looking to change what it was while going to Sunday services, making that joyful connection with the music like we do here, as well as gathering my tools to use in the toolbox and using them. But it is a process, and it is worth the effort, even when you don't know what's happening. Because, as I said, I was an overachiever, so much so that when I ran with the New York Roadrunners Club in Central Park, we wore a bib. And on the back of the bib, it said, do you have any medical things that people need to know should you fall out in the race or whatever? I literally wrote overachiever. If I drop, drag me across the finish. So I was perfecting the outside. However, I don't know when it happened. I guess after I became a minister, I was teaching the 100 and 200 series. Then all of a sudden I realized there isn't anything to change. I often say, that it came with age. But the wisdom that came with age came from my toolbox. And now, why I'm here is because on Sunday I get to joyously feel spirit with our beautiful music, with the powerful talks, refining my tools in the toolbox. I mean, it's going to happen. The stuff hits the fan. The last 2 years I would never want to repeat between my daughter's cancer and my son's heart. However, I found in that challenge, with my tools, learning the principles of this teaching, I still had great days. I had fabulous days, even going through all that, because that's what life is all about. So yeah, I'll be here next Sunday, and I thank you.